the concept I'm trying to show here is that Azure is everywhere. Azure data centers are everywhere. Entra is not everywhere. Entra data centers are only in enough data centers to serve our customers and traffic per region, per our geo requirements and residency and whatever. For example, regular customers in APAC, we may have 2 data centers in APAC or 3 that serve this traffic, and we don't need to be in every place that Azure is. Same thing in Europe. You see so many data centers in Europe. We don't have as many data centers in Entra in Europe. Same thing in North America. So that's what this picture is saying. What we do have in most Azure data centers is something called the gateway service. That is pretty much kind of our forward proxy that routes traffic to our actual data centers. If you're walking in Morocco and you decide to hit Entra for any reason, get a token, you'll probably hit Spain. That's the closest Microsoft Azure data center to you. It will likely have a gateway service there. That one will find the nearest Entra data center, which may be in France or maybe in Ireland, and go get the tokens from that one and then send them back to you.
But that will go through the Azure backbone, right? Like once it gets into one
that hub,
the
hub between the Azure data center will be on the backbone. Exactly. Another thing I want to explain visually, the concept of the directory layer versus the STS. The Microsoft Entra has replicas of your tenant per region. So if you're a US customer or an Americas customer, you're generally in the US. If you are an EMEA customer, so Europe, Middle East, and Africa, you are generally in Europe. And if you are a customer east of that, you are generally in APAC, except Japan and Australia, right? And so customers will have, and those will be the stateful services that have your data. And on top of them will be the authentication layer. The thing we're trying to communicate here is that the authentication layer and the directory layer are not the same service. It's not like when you had a domain controller and it was sitting on top of the DIT file and to serving authentication, the same thing. They actually could be basically think of separate servers. There's one server with the DIT file, another server with minting tokens. To understand how the gateway service works and kind of how geolocation works in Entra, we'll walk through an example here.